Morning everybody, welcome to class this morning. We're going to start as we usually do with our standing roll downs, but with a soft bend in the knee. So let's begin in the center of the mat with your feet hip distance apart. Soft bend in the knee, spread the toes, but still gaining as much distance as you can between your ribs and your hips. Shoulders wide, let's take a breath in. And then breathe out and start to roll forward so the chin comes down towards your chest. Rolling through your back, softening a little bit more through the knees as you need, and just going over as far as you comfortably can. Let's breathe in here at the bottom, and then breathe out and start to roll back up through your lower spine. So really coming down through here. It's like the pelvis turns to help rebuild up through the trunk, through the ribs. Then finally the head comes up on the shoulders. Let's breathe in. And then out, coming over again. Chin goes down towards the chest, but over the throat. Turning the back over the heart and the lungs. Start to soften the knees. And here at the bottom of this one, maybe we could fold a little bit, chest towards the thighs, and really let the neck and the arms be heavy. Inhale at the bottom. Let's take a breath out, start to come back up from the lower spine. So you're trying to access that lower back, the tailbone down towards the floor. Smoothly and slowly waking up through the spine, a little bit of lift in your abdominals as well. Coming up tall, the legs can straighten. Let's do one more here. Breathing in and out, coming forwards, softening the knees. You're coming over your front body as you're rolling. Going as far as you comfortably can. And what we'll do at the bottom is a little side to side sway. You could start to straighten the knees if you're up for it, or you might like to keep them bent. It's entirely up to you. Just as long as there's no pulling or shoving of the nerves, no tweaking. The nerves like to slide and glide, so I'm just going to slowly sort of wake them up as we go. Let's stop in the center and then do a little bend and straighten of the knees. Keep the heels on the floor. Just notice if you can adjust your neck anymore. Let's do 3, 2, 1. And then legs come together parallel. Soft bend in the back of the knees. Let's take a breath out and roll back up to standing from the tail. Lifting up through your abdominals at the front. Rebuilding the ribs on top of the hips, the head on top of the shoulders. And let's come down to the mat in all fours position, where the knees are underneath the hips and the heel of the hands are underneath the shoulders. So we're in our all fours position. Just make sure before we start to move here that you're in a neutral position where you're not collapsing forwards, you're actually pushing down through your hands into the floor and you're sort of reaching the back of the head and the shoulders towards the ceiling. From here, what we're going to do is start to draw the shoulder blades together at the back and allow yourself to come down. Then you push down through the hands to separate the shoulders out. So you take a breath in, shrug the shoulder blades together at the back, and then breathe out and push the floor away with the hands and spread the shoulder blades back out. So it's just a really nice exercise to sort of wake the shoulders up. I call them shoulder activations. It's like you squeezing a pencil between the shoulder blades when you squeeze them. And you widen the shoulder blades around the rib cage as you push into the mat. Watch out here that your head doesn't start to hang down towards the floor. So you almost want to it's like you're keeping the back of the head in line with the spine as you do this. Let's do 3. Really pushing the hands down. 2. And last one. From here, we're going to do some arm reaches. So we bring the hands a teeny bit closer together. And what we're going to do is start to lift up through the right hand. So we bring the hands slightly closer together towards each other. Let's stand down into your left hand, lift up through the right arm and swing it back down. Go again, same side arm goes up and over. And we lift and we twist the ribs. So we're starting to increase the tempo a little bit, getting the ribs turning around as the arm lifts. Push down in that stabilizing hand. So the left arm goes down as the right arm goes up. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Place that right hand down, take a breath in, breathe out, sweep around through the left one and back down. You come up and over, and it's like you're going up a hill. You lift up, you go over the apex of the hill and back down. Pelvis still, knees still. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. From here, let's lean down in child's pose. Bum down to your heels, but this is going to be quite an active child's pose. Reach the arms out as long as you can. Take 2 breaths in and out. 1 more in and out. Okay, from here we're coming onto our front. So we're lying on our front with the heel of the hands under the shoulders. We're going to come up just into a half swan, just to warm up. So that is where we start to lift the chest bone up, but without coming up too high so it's in your lower back. We're just practicing coming back down and back up, just making the movement right in that mid-back and also turning the shoulders back in their sockets. Let's do 1 more like this. Chest bone leads the way without any flicking of the neck. And then let's come up all the way now. So you keep lifting with the breastbone. You can imagine you're on the inside of a sphere and your chest is coming up that inside wall of the sphere just towards the ceiling. And then you bend the elbows and you come down on that inside of the sphere. All the way down so your nose is towards the mat. Then we come back up, chest bone. Shoulders turn out, they stay down. Breastbone lifts up, long in the arms. Bend the elbows, take yourself forwards and back down to the mat as if you're stretching out the front of your body. Let's do this 2 more times. The chest lifts, shoulders widen, press down through the heel of the hands, through the earth. You're on that inside of the sphere ceiling, and then you bend the elbows and you come down and forwards. And we do 1 more here. Chest bone lifts up, shoulders go wide, elbows lengthen, come right above the armpits here, reach to the top. And then elbows bend back and we come forwards and back down. Let's push up and back into child's pose, bum down to heels. This time we take it into a side bend. So bringing your hands to the left side of the mat, reaching the right hand on top of the left, breath into the right lung and out. Let's come to the other side. So the right side of the mat, left hand on the right, breathing into the left lung in and out. From here, we're going to come to a seated position on the mat and do some assisted roll up to start to find some length through the spine and wake up a little bit through the core. So let's come seated, knees bent out in front, feet on the floor, hands to the backs of the thighs, and just sitting up as tall as you can. We're always trying to reach more length through the crown of the head, through the neck, through the spine. From here, let's start to roll back. So you curl your pubic bone towards your chest. You allow yourself to come back to the mat, slowly drip feeding yourself down. Take a breath in here at the bottom. Let's breathe out, start to come back up through the head, pressing the legs away, but no flicking. Coming up tall, breathe in, and then breathe out. Let's roll back down. Lengthening the lower back out of the pelvis. So it's like we're just trying to gain a bit more length in each vertebrae. Just allow the legs to come up when they need to. Take a breath in. Let's breathe out and roll back up. Bly, this is your favourite one, isn't it? Bly's the cameraman, everyone. So we're rolling, and the idea is, can you lengthen the front of the body as you go back with control? Let's come back up, head, neck and shoulders. The backs of the thighs press into the legs. Let's do 1 more, and then we're going to go into rolling like a ball. So we roll back down, softening the shoulders as well. Allow yourself to drip feed back. And let's come back up, curling head, neck, and shoulders. Press the backs of the thighs. And coming up to seated position. From here, let's hug your heels in towards your bum. So you're balancing on your sitting bones. The heels come in towards the bum bones. Shoulders connect down in their sockets. You breathe in to go back, breathe out to come up. Without letting your feet touch the floor or your neck. Breathe in and out. Keep going. Let's go in. Little bit of helping hand. You could flick your legs out at the top. It'll give you a little bit of momentum, but ideally you want to be able to hug that in and let the vertebrae open. I just cheated a little. Let's do 2 more, guys. 1 more. And then from here, feet come out in front, arms come out in front, and we're going to curl through the lower back and then rotate through the ribs. Come back to center, and then around to the other side. With a little bit of tempo now. Curl and rotate, and up. Curl and rotate, and up. Let's go 8. And just check the shoulders out as you're doing this. Try to twist through the ribs rather than the shoulders. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, let's take ourselves down to the mat again. We're going to come down to a lying position. So let's turn on the side so we're all facing each other. And come into a little bit more rotation through the body. Okay, so we're on our sides, hands behind the head. Knees are stacked, hips are stacked, and we're just going to start to rotate through the rib cage. Backwards and forwards. Just expanding across the chest, reaching your elbows in opposition. But guys, just try to keep your hips fairly still, so you're really isolating it to your upper back. Let's do 2 more here, and then we're going to add a leg. Last 1. And then let's lengthen that top leg out. We're going to send the leg forwards as you rotate back. Then send the leg back as you rotate forwards. Really sort of wringing the body out. Giving a little twist in the trunk, which is really great for your organs. Stretching the back of the leg, then working the back of the leg as the leg comes back. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing down there. Let's stay facing each other, but just come to the other side of the mat. Lying down with the hands behind the head. Keeping the pelvis stacked, knees bent. And let's go again, rotating the chest towards the ceiling. Or the sky if you're outside. And coming back around. So a really nice one to feel the expansion of the chest. Really yawn into it first thing in the morning. And back around. Let's do 3 more. And really try to keep the hips stacked as well so you can feel the opening of the trunk, the upper trunk, the armpits, the chest, the neck. 2 more. And last one. And then we're going to add the leg. So we close, lengthen that top leg. Send it forwards, rotate yourself back, yawn and reach long. Point the toes if you want, as you swing the leg back and rotate yourself forwards. Flex the foot to bring the leg forwards. Point the toes to sweep the leg back. Really lovely one to appreciate the entire length of your body. Wringing it out, lengthening it out before you start your day. Let's do 1 more here. And then from here, close. Let's come back to our swan position. So we're lying on our front. Heel of the hands under the shoulders. We're going to come up all the way into full swan and into swan dive. You breathe in, release the hands. Breathe out to push back up. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. 1 more. Then you bend the elbows, Slowly take yourself forwards and down to the mat. And let's come back up into child's pose. Bum down to heels. And let's finish in this position, taking 2 breaths in and out. One more in and out. Thank you, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you're a little bit more awake. And I will see you here next time for the next session. Have a good day.